picking anything, any kind of selection process is better understood when you start thinking through your particular needs, your particular wants, and therefore there is no single perfect answer. I will not be able to give that to you. But after reviewing and putting at least 20 membership plugins through their paces, I can tell you that there are 8 factors that you really want to consider and consider up front. Now, you may weight them differently, and in fact, you may end up deciding that all you care about is one of these factors or 2 of these factors. And if that's the case, there may be several plugins that will do exactly what you want it to do. What I want to do is walk you through really quickly what the 8 criteria are, and then you'll be able to take a look at the particular charts and a simple way to compare at least a core set of plugins, the top plugins, that may be perfect for you. So I'll just walk you through the 8. The first is Payment Gateway Diversity, and that simply means if you choose this membership plugin for all the other features that it offers you, will it have enough coverage for enough payment gateways that will meet your needs? Now, again, you need to look that up. You may have very simple needs. If your needs, for example, are PayPal, you probably could pick anything. But if you have specific needs in a different country or to work with other parts of your products and the rest of your stack, and you need something very specific, then you're going to want to know that up front, because the last thing you want to do is build an entire membership plugin, membership site, off a plugin that doesn't support the gateway you need. You don't want to find that out at the end, or you don't want to have to later, because new features are needed on your site, you don't want to migrate later and discover that the payment gateway you chose won't let you get the data out in the same way or in a way that allows you to migrate to another one. So your best bet is to make sure you're looking at payment gateway coverage up front. The second factor, or a second factor, is whether or not you're going to need something that is fast to learn, something that is you can pick up on your own, or whether you have outsourced this to a developer. Again, if you're working with a partner who's doing all the technical lifting, this may not be a big deal. But if you have to do it, then you want something that won't take you weeks to figure out, because if that's the case, you're delaying your launch, you're delaying a lot of work, and you're becoming an expert in something that really, frankly, you shouldn't have to be. Another factor is ease of use, which is highly correlated, though different. You can find that things take a long time to learn, and once you learn them, they're very easy to use. You may discover that some things you may be able to understand conceptually what they are and still have to click 14 times to get something done. So ease of use is another factor. A fourth factor is whether or not you're going to need prorated charges. If someone comes and pauses in the middle or restarts, if someone says, I'm joining right now, but I'd like to get my billing on the 1st every month, and therefore I need you to prorate these. If I want to upgrade and I want to take benefit of the money I've already given you and prorate charges to step to the next level. If you need that, there are only a few that do it and do it well. Another dynamic is concurrent accounts. Do you need, is someone going to buy multiple memberships at the same time? In e-learning or courseware, that's often a criteria. Another dynamic in that same vein is, in terms of concurrency, is do you need one account that is the master account that holds several child accounts, and you need them all active, or if the head account doesn't pay, you want them all deactivated. So concurrency is kind of important there. Another is sequential delivery. I call it dripping your content, but sequential delivery is either course by course, do you want to move them through progression, or content by content? Do you want to release some content on one day, and then some more on another, and then some more on another? Dripping your content is critical, and if so, you're going to want to make sure that your membership plugin supports it. Another is e-commerce support. Are you going to do more than just charge for a membership? Are you going to want to ship products, or are you going to want them to buy other things? If that's the case, you're going to want to know up front whether or not your product can do that. And lastly, the ability to upsell or downsell. When someone is getting ready to quit, do you want to be able to save them, right? And say, oh, I understand you want to leave our major account, but can I suggest this discounted, secondary, non-promoted offering that will still allow me to charge you something and keep you involved? Or in upsells, really, if you've targeted a small segment and you want to give them a single click, a single link that lets them immediately, with one click, move up into a new level. So those are the 8 criteria that are critical. Just about every plugin protects content. So if you tell me, oh gosh, I need to make sure I can protect content, you got it covered. You're not going to have to worry. But when you get into these eight things, right, these factors, you're going to want to evaluate these. And what I've done, and you'll be able to see in this infographic in this article, you'll be able to see how these particular ones, and these are the best ones, how they compare to each other on these 8 factors so that you know which ones are the right ones for you. All right, with that, I'll let you check it out, and good luck.